What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. Today I'm going to talk about the most misunderstood, underutilized part, piece, fragment, whatever you want to call it, that relates to muscle growth and getting bigger. Now, for the last, I don't know how many years, and here's what's interesting. A long time ago, like we're talking like late 80s and 90s, there was a lot of emphasis put on recovery. Okay, it was a lot of stuff about recovering from your workouts. And it wasn't too much pre-workout stuff. Like you had some, they didn't even have pre-workouts. You had some stuff like you could take just a creatine or something. There was no amped up, like, you know, caffeinated pre-workouts and shit like that. There was no intra and stuff like that at the time. But there was a huge emphasis on making sure that you recovered after your workouts. And it was as little as taking in a little bit of carbs to having a meal, etc. But I feel like the fundamental principles of recovery have been lost over time. And literally it is the key to muscle growth. Recovery is the key to muscle growth, period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's not the gym, it's not sleep, it's recovery. Now, the other things play into it, but recovery is what you're really looking for. Now, let's kind of move back a little bit. So let's say you literally shove whatever stims in your body, right? You're tired, whatever. You had 5 meals in your, throughout the day. You're going to train at night. You stim yourself up with caffeine. You go in the gym and you train for 2.5 hours, right? And literally within that 2.5 hours, you push yourself to the point where you're just ready to fucking collapse, right? You get out of the gym, you're like, oh, I crushed it, whatever. You go home, you have a meal, you go to bed. Now, here's the thing. Without your body recovering properly, that next workout, you're literally going to be going backwards. You're not even maintaining. So here's how it works. The muscle is, first of all, stimulated. So you go in the gym, the muscle's broken down. I hate that word because people think automatically like tearing down a muscle tissue and like it's just flying all over the place like confetti and shit. The breaking down of muscle tissue or the stimulus from the gym in general, right? The body gets the stimulus, reacts to the stress. Now you're going through a metabolic fatigue during that training, right? As soon as that training is done, I mean the fucking second your training is done, your body wants to recover. It wants to survive. It thinks it just went through a battle. All right, it doesn't realize that it went through a workout. It thinks it went through a battle, like you were battling for your life. And now it's like, shit, that shit's gonna happen again. So now I have to recover and get bigger and stronger for when that shit happens again, I don't have to expend as much energy and I'm not gonna fucking die. So therefore the recovery process starts. Now, as the recovery process starts, you need to recover from what you did to baseline again. You need to recover to baseline, and from baseline, then you build new muscle tissue. However, if you're not fully recovered to baseline, no new muscle tissue is going to grow. You're not going to create new muscle tissue. You're literally going to be stuck at where you started, where you are. And some people even go backwards. If you're really pushing yourself to where you're not recovering, you will go backwards. You have to recover at least to baseline, or recover to baseline, excuse me, in order for your body to adapt to that stress and become bigger and stronger. So now here we have a generation of people sucking down high caffeinated drinks, going in the fucking gym, taking a lot of selfies, but pushing themselves in the gym like a motherfucker, and then some of them only eating like 1 meal a day, okay, because that's what science says, bro. Doing shit like fucking, well, I get like 10 hours sleep a day, but then I fucking expend 5,000 calories during the fucking day at my job or this, and I'm like, well, it's very apparent that you're not recovering. What's your split like? And I look at the split, huge compound fucking movements, tons of fucking volume, central nervous system burnout, all this shit going on. Nutrition definitely does not cover what they are doing in the gym remotely, as opposed to, and it definitely isn't covering what's going on outside of the gym for your daily activities as well. And I'm like, you guys are kind of like, you got it twisted. Like, you think the only thing that matters is if you're amped up enough to go do your workout. Here's another thing. The more amped up you are, the less muscle you're going to build. Now, some people go, Jared, doesn't make any sense. What if I can lift more? Having more stimulus in your body, stimming you out of your fucking skull, can and does also raise cortisol. Now, how much? I don't know. Okay, you would have to have a blood test. But the studies that I've read show that the higher you push that fucking stim, the higher the cortisol levels rose, the more muscle breakdown that happened, and the harder it was to recover. So, see, the cortisol is it's not going to kill you, okay? The high cortisol is not going to kill you. But the higher your cortisol level goes, it breaks down more muscle tissue during the workout and immediately following when your body's trying to recover. And it makes it that much further to get back to baseline before you can be recovered to even build muscle. And all these things are getting forgotten. Now, the main thing that I think people really need to take a look at is post-workout nutrition, okay? Pre and intra are important, but post-workout nutrition is where that fucking recovery begins. And there is a huge gap, a huge hole right now in the fitness industry, bodybuilding, supplement industry, everything in general, that I think that it just isn't sexy. What you're going to take after your workout is not as sexy as the ingredients you're going to take before your workout, and you're not going to feel a post-workout supplement or a post-workout meal like you would feel a pre-workout supplement, right? You take all that caffeine and beta-alanine, you're all fucking itching your fucking hands, itching your face, you're fucking wired to your skull. So therefore, it's not really a good seller. Because why? It's not sexy. However, it's the fucking key. It's the missing key to unlock the fucking lock that will get you to recover, to grow. It's the missing key to muscle growth. And I'm kind of stepping back and I'm going, where the fuck, what the hell? Like, so now, in my head, I'm like, well, what do I have to do to fully recover? And some of you may have seen me taking my essential amino acids with Carbolin together, making a sort of immediately post-workout meal. And we're going to get way more into all this stuff and what you should take and how to piece it together and what I have found out over the last 4 months of doing this. And it's pretty amazing what really in the fitness industry is overlooked as far as being the key to getting better results. BioStrengthTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.biostrength.com is the blog. It's a fully recovered bicep, and we are out.